Thanks for your support as a channel member, Justin Inakaitis. I'm expecting a difficult episode today. Our car doesn't look well suited to our home track at Silverstone, but hopefully the British fans can give our drivers Alex Albon and Oliver Bearman the boost that they need. Hello folks and welcome to another episode of Williams with no CFD and no wind tunnel. We're getting ready for the Austrian Grand Prix. We will be simulating this race. We're doing that live and then we'll move on to the British Grand Prix. Oliver Bearman's first home race appearance. Alex Albon is an honorary Brit. He was born in London. He races under a Thai license, so yeah, I mean, he's basically British in that sense. So, yeah, it's a home race for both of our drivers. But, first of all, I need to accept the contract offer that we gave to Carlo Cristofori, who is the Prema engineer, and he was with Oliver Bearman when he was in F2. We're going to confirm this hire. Gaetan Diego is gone. Hello, Carlo. Buongiorno. And drivers, there we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So the driver pairing affinity should be... oh, it's low. Oh well. I mean, that'll, I suppose they'll do. They'll get to know each other. They already know each other's faces, so it's fine. James Irwin and Alex Albon are getting on brilliantly. Carlo is now overall rated at 76, which is pretty handy. I've also added in a couple of car development parts, so side pods and suspension are getting a third iteration. I'll bring up on the screen the parameters that I used for those because I just did that off camera, and we are manufacturing the new underfloor. I think we've got a new rear wing that we can bang on as well. We probably won't have that in time, well, we'll have one of them in time for Austria, but it'll only be on both cars in Silverstone. Is there anything else that we can manufacture? We probably should manufacture some more chassis. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Lovely. Right, how are the facilities looking? The suspension simulator is there. Race simulator, let's upgrade that some more because we want our drivers to be improving and learning, which Oliver Bearman is doing. So let's fast forward time. Let's go to the Austrian Grand Prix and simulate that suspension simulator upgrade complete. Lovely. Things we like to see. Right, I'm going to bounce into Austria and then we'll simulate that race together and then we'll move on to Silverstone. Austria, of course, is a sprint race weekend, so the first thing we need to do is do the sprint. Let's simulate that. We're starting, what was it? 12th and 18th. We're going light tyres, under fuel on mediums for the sprint. Let's see how our drivers get on. We could have a catastrophic double DNF here because we ran out of fuel. Well, how did we get on? Albon got 10th. Good job from him as Charles Leclerc led a Ferrari 1-2. Impressive from him. Oh, Bearman got up to 14th. Nice. Very, very nice. Sonoda failed to finish. Perez, because he's completely washed, had a disaster. Lol. Okay, let's move on to the Grand Prix. First of all, we need to qualify these cars. And we've also got heavy rain predicted for the race. Let's see if we can just give Ollie a bit of a boost on the old setup. Let's try that. We'll leave Albon's as is. Simulate to race. Hopefully we have a decent qualifying. Let's see, how did we do? Is it wet to start? Looks wet to start. Not that we'll see any of it because we are not doing this race. We are not in the top 10. Bearman P12. Oh, 2 cars in Q2. Nice work. Albon in 15th though. So we're ahead of the RB of Lawson, just behind Sonoda. But we have got our eyes on Aston Martin. When did they finish the sprint? They got 1 point, so they now move 4 points ahead of us, I think. Oh, it's going to be all the way through. So we might as well underfuel both cars. Let's do that. We actually made Bearman's setup worse. I mean, we could change it and have him start from the pit lane. It probably wouldn't. Well, we'd lose 12th place on the grid. He's got more downforce though for the wet, so that might help him. Right, let's simulate this. Last time we simulated a wet race, we ended up on the podium. let's see what madness awaits us. When you simulate wet races on F1 Manager 24, crazy things happen. Here we go. What have we got? We've got an Albon fist pumping and thumbs up. He's clearly happy with how the race went. There's applause from the garage and the mechanics. Good. Carlos Sainz has won the race. Lando Norris is there too. And so is Oscar Piastri. We haven't got a podium again in a simulated race, but that looks like a fun race. So a smooth operation from Carlos Sainz. Oh, we didn't score any points. We didn't score any points. Behrman crashed out. No. Ollie. Why are you doing this to us? Damn. Albon drops behind Alonso now. And Aston Martin had a field day. Alonso P6, Stroll P8. Well, I mean, getting 5th place was kind of fanciful, but we're now in the middle of nowhere. We're not able to catch Aston Martin. RB won't catch us because we've got too many points now. We're just totting up the crash damage. Ollie. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to have to go away and rebuild the car and probably his confidence before Silverstone. Welcome to Silverstone, everybody. You join us in the final minute of qualifying 1. Alex Albon is currently 9th fastest, but there are several drivers behind us who could go faster. Behrman's actually beaten his teammate on the opening runs here. I don't think we're going to make the flag here. So basically what happened is I had the glitch where even though I put fresh tyres on, the game wouldn't let me send Albon out. He's not going to make the flag. There's 10 seconds left. 8 seconds, he's not going to make it. Let's just call him in and hope for the best. Behrman has started a flying lap, so we will wait and see if he needs to complete this run. Albon wasn't going to make it. Perez is out. He didn't make the flag either. I think we're going to be all right. George Russell is not improving. Albon's going to be fine. I'm going to call Behrman in. We don't need to do this lap. We are all good. 8th and 9th in Q1. Behrman getting out of people's way there. There are enough people who have finished their laps and are not improving. As I'm not sure who that was. It was Russell who was improved into 6th place. But we are in the top 10 in Q1. So, well, yeah, Behrman is 9th. No panic. We didn't need to worry. We didn't even need to send the cars out. Sergio Perez, 18th, everybody. Okay, qualifying 2. We are 10th with Albon. Behrman did a pretty awful lap on the used softs for his first run. We've got another Red Bull in trouble. Max Verstappen is 12th, but he's putting in personal best sectors. I've got my drivers kind of the wrong way round here. Behrman is ahead of Albon, but I kind of wanted Albon to be towing Behrman. So Behrman really needs to deliver a good lap here because Albon is now 11th. But the slipstream could work wonders. Improvements from both. Albon almost half a second up on his teammate here. Let's turn that off so he doesn't just jump out of the way and ruin his own lap. But Albon's going to get a terrific tow down the hangar straight. He's so much faster than Behrman here. They're both improving, but Behrman's probably not improving enough, and this might just scupper the final sector for Albon. This could be a little bit tricky for us. Behrman he goes 13th, and Albon gets into Q3. It's worked. We've got there. Hulkenberg has done a lap. It's fine. Behrman bumped down to 14th by his in real life 2025 teammate Esteban Ocon, but Albon got into Q3. Yes, the final sector wasn't good enough, but it was enough. So Albon heads to Q3. Alex Albon starts his one and only proper Q3 lap then. He is currently 6th fastest because everyone's using varying tyres of levels of, well, tyres of varying levels of use. And it's a 25.0 in the first sector, which is it's quicker than Stroll. Okay, so we might be ahead of Aston Martin today, which would be absolutely lovely. Where's Alonso? He's just started a flying lap. I'd expect him to be quicker than us. So we're looking at maybe 8th because Russell's taken the flag. 37.1 in the middle sector. Sainz has had a terrible middle sector. We might actually finish ahead of Sainz. He's only 7th. Albon is 6th. Brilliant. And Alonso's going quickly. What can he deliver? He's going to bump us down to P7. So, oh no, he doesn't. Albon, you absolute legend. Albono with the lap at 25.7. That is beautiful stuff. Charles Leclerc will start on pole position. Lewis Hamilton on the front row. You know what's coming, don't you? Lewis Hamilton in a Mercedes on the front row at Silverstone. He's probably going to win the race. So that's fine. But we'll be aiming to stay inside the top 10, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose that's the game. Try and move Behrman forward. Keep Albon in the top 10. Try and finish ahead of Aston Martin, at least one of them, I suppose. Yeah, let's get to the race. It's the same strategy for both drivers. Soft, medium, soft around Silverstone. Albon can go sort of normal on them, but Behrman's going to have to be a little bit more conservative on his tyres. I've underfueled both drivers' cars, so we should be a little bit quicker, and then obviously Behrman will recover that being lighter on the tyres throughout the race. We can always use the hard tyres, so there's options there if we need it. Before we start the race, get your predictions in right now for where you think we're going to finish. Albon starts 6th, Behrman starts 14th. I think we're going to finish 10th and 13th. That's my prediction. Let me know right now in the comments what you think we're going to achieve. Hopefully, both cars finish the race. So let's just check the driver options. We've done that. Cool. Let's get to the Silverstone start line and get the British Grand Prix underway. Silverstone is my favourite track, and what an appropriate place to do my first race on F1 Manager in 2025. Yes, I'm recording this on New Year's Day. The lights are out, the race is on. Lewis Hamilton making a decent start, but it looks like Verstappen might pinch the second place from him. Albon is fighting with Alonso. Can we get round the Aston Martin? We're right behind the McLarens. They're bright and they're orange, and Albon is he going to make the move? Oh, Alonso's sneaking up the inside. Come on, Alex. Come on, get round him. Come on. Yeah, that's what we like to see. What's Behrman up to? He's chasing down Ocon. Oh, Ocon moving at the last second there. Albon is still in the wheel tracks of the McLarens. So, positions held, which is probably, it's the least you want on lap 1. If you can't go forward, at least don't go backwards. Oliver Behrman has gone forwards with DRS. Look at the speed difference against the Alpine. The Alpine is basically a bus in a straight line. And Behrman breezes past into 13th place. So that's, what we thought, what I predicted we'd get. Wow, it's getting even better. What a move. Oh. Hulkenberg fought back. Couldn't quite make it stick with Behrman, but that was a splendid effort. The two Aston Martins are fighting away with each other. Alonso's out of DRS to Albon, that's lovely news. We've just cooled the tyres down a little bit, and Alonso's getting back into DRS range. But honestly, I don't expect to be chasing McLaren, Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari. We just want to stay with the Astons, and we will look after our own race. Here comes Alonso. We just need to stay with him. No battery for Behrman. But he is going up the inside of Hulkenberg. Here we go. That's the move we wanted to see. Oliver Behrman up to 12th place. Come on. Things have kind of got a bit awry here because Albon's down to 9th. And he's actually got a Sauber of Bottas right behind him. Behrman's still having it out with Hulkenberg and has now secured 12th place. We are going backwards. We're not keeping up with the Aston Martin of Stroll. George Russell's about to go past us. I can't really push on the tyres anymore because they'll just die. And I don't want that. I really don't want that. Here comes George Russell round the outside of his mate. That was a bit too easy. That was shockingly easy for George Russell to just drive past us. We'll get DRS, so hopefully we'll be able to stay with the Mercedes here. Although, Behrman has just lost 2 places. What's going on? Come on now. No, push Magnussen off the road. There we go. The tyres aren't warm for Behrman. That is probably not helping. We've just lost 2 seconds in a straight to George Russell. We are so slow in a straight line. It's ridiculous. There goes Bottas to 10th. Even Sauber are beating us. Albon has got himself back into 10th here on lap 9, but he's under pressure from Ocon. Sergio Perez is coming in like a rocket as well. Behrman is down to 16th. He keeps losing positions, and then I think he just loses one after another. Perez is now back behind Bottas, and Albon is just about hanging on. There's not a lot I can do at the moment. I mean, maybe bring in both drivers in early, go to the hards, and then put mediums on for the end. That was my initial thought, but it said it was slightly slower. I think I might do that because I can push on them a little bit more. Yeah, might have to change the strategy here because we're just not quick enough, and the softs aren't a good tyre around Silverstone. Here comes Ocon and Albon. Because he's the king of defence, he's keeping them behind, and I love to see it. Well, 10th place is gone. Sergio Perez has arrived, and he's gone past us. And he's gone as well. We're not even going to get DRS off of him. He's not feeling charitable. He's clearly annoyed at his qualifying session, but that was all down to him not being very good. Maybe we won't even get points today. We are still fighting with Ocon. This opening phase has not gone to plan at all. Behrman's still 16th and in a train which is led by Magnussen. So there's definitely still an opportunity there to move him forwards. We'll just keep him saving fuel and stuff, so it'll be fine. Here comes Ocon, round the outside of Cops. Yeah, you don't overtake a Cops, allegedly. But F1 Manager shows you can at least try. Are we going to defend into Stowe Corner? Yes, we are. See you later, Ocon. Alex Albon to the pit lane, and also is Esteban Ocon. Behrman is on his way there as well, so hopefully we can have 2 slick stops, and that can keep us in the hunt for an unlikely point because the top 5 teams are just so much better around this circuit. Behrman, 2.8 second stop. He's got himself ahead of Bottas through all of that, which is lovely stuff, but he's now 18th. We have put the hard tyre on because it's just going to give us that sort of durability. That's what we need. We're going to deploy battery with both drivers. Zhou has just overtaken us with Albon, but obviously we're on cold tyres. Zhou on hot used ones. I'm sure we'll just get that position straight back. Well, my predicted 13th place for Oliver Behrman is a long way from coming true, but he has just passed Valtteri Bottas, who's struggling with a mechanical issue and driving a Sauber. So hopefully we can pull away from the Finn, but we've got another Nordic Scandinavian driver right behind us, Kevin Magnussen, who of course Oliver Behrman replaced on 2 occasions in 2024 with the Haas team. And here comes K-Mag, so that's him past us. It took a little while to get the hard tyres up to temperature, but now we are kind of where we need them to be. We can probably go a bit more balanced on the fuel because we will probably get lapped. Where's the leader? Norris is leading. Where's Albon? Yeah, I mean, we're about half a lap behind already, so we'll probably be a lap down by the end of the race, and that means we won't need as much fuel. Behrman sticking with Magnussen. It's a tough race. We are 11th with Albon. We are quicker than Ocon at the moment, who's also got a mechanical issue. So we do need some unreliability or an accident in the top 10. We might get it with Stroll because it's Lance Stroll and he's got a mechanical issue. So perhaps we could steal a point today. But I think chasing Aston Martin down for 5th place is a fanciful dream as Behrman falls back behind Magnussen. Or was he still? I can't remember where I started that sentence, but yeah, he's chasing Magnussen. Magnussen can do the hard work in dragging us towards the other Haas of Hulkenberg. Lap 30 of the British Grand Prix, and you've missed absolutely nothing so far. Well, except Behrman passing Magnussen because the Haas's tyres are dying, which is to be expected. We've pulled away from Ocon. Yeah, this has been not a particularly exciting race. I mean, we lost a lot of ground earlier on, so yeah, we're just waiting for Stroll to have an issue. He is slow at the moment on old tyres, managing a mechanical problem. It's just on a 35-1. What does Albon deliver? a 33.4. So we're the best part of a second and a half a lap quicker at the moment than the Aston Martin. We could yet sneak a point, which would be great. And I think worthy return for our efforts. Second stop of the day for Alex Albon. It's gone pretty well, 2.6 seconds. This is going to bring us a little bit closer to Stroll because he's on old tyres. He's going slowly. Behrman is now just in front of Albon. So if I just get him to rarely defend, Albon can have the DRS and then Behrman will allow his teammate through. And he's even going to go into the pit lane at the end of this lap for some medium tyres of his own. Let's get him attacking on those. We don't want Behrman holding up Albon. So actually, don't fight your teammate. Just let him through. Maybe not there. He's going to give him DRS. That will work. And there we go. So Albon will now clear off and Behrman will head to the pit lane. Stroll is in as well. He's put on a set of soft tyres to try and defend himself from Albon. He's really not far behind. We've taken about 6 seconds out of him with that undercut. That was superb. But on soft tyres, he's going to be quick. The mediums, however, will have the longevity. So it's a game of cat and mouse. Can we steal that final point from Lance Stroll? 15 laps to go. We are 2 seconds behind the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll. We're matching his lap times at the moment, even though he's on faster tyres. Yes, he's got a technical issue. Behrman is still scrapping it out with Magnussen and has just lost the position. DRS in play here for the Dane. And that's a fairly straightforward overtake. Behrman just holds a line and into Stowe corner goes the Haas. But this is the game for us. We are chasing down Lance Stroll. We can't see him yet. There he is. That's the little green dot in the distance. We are now inside 2 seconds of the Silverstone-based team. What's the sector times like this lap? We are a 10th quicker, sector 1, a 10th slower, sector 2. So it is toing and froing. We need to juice up the battery if we can, actually. We are still short on fuel. Let's conserve a bit of fuel and see if we can then mount an attack later on. Okay, well, we lost loads of time because we had to get out of the leader's way. But Stroll is doing exactly that now.
Okay.
Where is he? Has he got out of their way? No, he's having to get out of the way of the Ferrari. Here comes Albon. This is our moment. We'll have DRS. So there we go. We are now in play with Lance Stroll. The DRS will come to Alex Albon, but so will the blue flags of because Sainz and Piastri are closing us down pretty quickly. Leclerc's got a mechanical fault, so he won't be catching Lando Norris anytime soon. Looks like it could be a home win for McLaren and Lando. And Albon looking like he's going to get himself into the points. Behrman's still scrapping it out with Magnussen over 17th place. We've just lost a whole heap of time because we had to let through 2 of the leaders. But Stroll's going to have to do the exact same, and he's almost taken them out. And we're back in with him. We're even closer this time round. So this time we might actually get the job done into Stowe corner. Let's have a look. Are we close enough? Don't think we are. We're not. Let's charge the battery and then we'll have an attack later on. His tyres will go past 50% as well. So we should be able to catch him then. Nope, we've already got him. Here we go, DRS. The Aston is struggling so much. That was so easy. Get in. Back in the points. 10th place for Albon. See you later, Stroll. Have that. And he will be with us for a little while yet, I'd suppose. But we've got the tyre advantage, so we should be absolutely fine. As Piastri moves into second and makes it a McLaren 1-2. There might yet be some late joy in this race for Oliver Behrman. He's closing up on this train, which is led by Pierre Gasly. It contains Ocon, Hulkenberg and Tsunoda. If we can get in amongst it, we might be able to challenge them. They're all on old tyres. Behrman's got the best tyres of the lot. Let's harvest some battery with the teenager. If we can get into DRS range on them, we will be potentially laughing all the way to the flag. We're on lap 49 now lap 49 with Ollie Bearman. Albon has left Stroll for dust, which is great. So he's secure in P10. We just need to save enough fuel to get to the flag. We are a lap down though, so we should be fine in that regard. Bearman now in DRS range of Yuki Tsunoda. So this lot, if we can try and nail a few of them immediately, let's attack on the tyres. Just go for it, Ollie. Just drive the wheels off the thing, because there's a potential 13th here. Well, Ocon has escaped, which is not ideal. Can we get up the inside of Tsunoda? We're there. Go round him. Yes, Bearman. Have that, Tsunoda. Stay off the track. And here comes the bear attack. The Hulk stands no chance on those tyres. And we've got, what, 2 laps to go? DRS open. Tsunoda's looking feisty. It is the final lap for Lando Norris. So we'll have this lap and one more, I think. I don't think we'll catch Ocon, so maybe the 13th place prediction is out the window, but we could certainly have 14th, which would be just as nice. Here comes Bearman. I thought he was going to send it on both of them there. Let's go high overtake aggression. Let's go for it.
Copy.
Just leave the battery on deploy, I suppose. Well, no, just go neutral. If we can get some DRS here, we should be able to get through. Gasly's really struggling. Tsunoda's having a look again. Maybe we're going to be stuck in 16th, which is not fun. Lando Norris wins for McLaren. We're only interested in Ollie Bearman, though. Where's Albon? He's at the final corner. Let's tune in to Alex Albon, finishing in 10th. A point gained. Lovely job from Albano. Absolutely nailed that strategy. And here comes Oliver Bearman. He's not close enough to Hulkenberg. So it's going to be P16 for young Ollie. Good little recovery at the end. Shame he couldn't hang on to his starting place of 14th. But yeah, he's a rookie. It's his first season. We're still going to let him learn and develop. So yeah, not quite the prediction I hoped, but still a decent race and a point gained by Albon. So well done him. 25 points for Lando Norris, but Lewis Hamilton gets the fastest lap points. So yeah, Lewis had a bit of a rotten race. He fell back behind his teammate. Not such a good drive from him at Silverstone. But Lando now takes the championship lead from Carlos Sainz, who had taken it in Austria, I'd suppose. Charles Leclerc is in hot pursuit as well. Verstappen only 5th. What are Red Bull doing with this car? I know I kind of balanced out the performance at the start of the save, but Red Bull are terrible. Perez is also terrible. He's only got 1 more point than Alonso. He's only got 7 more points than Alex Albon. Maybe Albon should be in the Red Bull. Who knows? But constructors, we're now, what's that? 19 points behind Aston Martin. So yeah, halfway through the season, if you said we're 19 points off Aston, I'd say that's a really good effort. And it is a really good effort. So very pleased with that. Sauber's still yet to score. We're doing a very good job. Well done, Alex Albon, for all of those points. I did say he would be scoring the majority of our points. I kind of hoped he wouldn't be scoring all of them. But there's still time. Halfway through the season, Bearman is learning. He's growing. I'm sure there'll be some points in the second half of the season for him. So the first half of the season with Williams has been fairly successful, I'd say. We're 6th in the championship, which is kind of where we'd hoped to be. So I'm going to play through a few more races now and progress through season 1 and see where we are sort of around Zandvoort, Monza sort of time. So there's probably only 2 or 3 races from now. But yeah, we're looking good. We'll have to start developing the car for season 2 as well. If you enjoyed this video, leave a nice big thumbs up on it and subscribe for more F1 Manager videos coming very, very soon. I'll see you for the next episode. You're the best fans. Bye for now.